Yeah, first of all, I've talked in here just about what our girls have been putting in behind the scenes and that we're capable of doing great things. And I think this week was a product of that. And I'm proud of them for everything that they've done to this point, but we're not done yet. We play this weekend on Friday against Alabama, on Sunday against Mississippi State. And we get a chance to every year have some sort of a cause. And I let our team choose the thing that they want to play for once a year. And this year it was Turn It Gold. In support of pediatric cancer. And I like giving our athletes a voice in what they do so that they do something that they're passionate about. So looking forward to that this week as well.
Any questions for Coach? We'll go back behind the lights to Ben and then Alex.
Coaches, how much of a boost does it give for you guys to actually, just like in terms of the vibes around practice and everything, to actually get the result at Texas compared to, just a few points the other way? It wouldn't have changed necessarily how y'all performed, but just, I guess, the mental mindset of coming off a 5-set win like that.
Yeah, I think with each of those wins, you get a little bit more buy-in is one of the biggest things. And I think the thing that I was most impressed with in the week, actually, strangely, I was impressed with the win, obviously, but the way that we set up the weekend, we had a chance to give them kind of 2.5, 3 days off. And in order to do that, we had to come in and practice on Thursday. And I thought it was the most intentional practice we've had all year. And we weren't really preparing it. We were preparing to take a break. But just the fact that they came in ready to grind for an hour and a half, the day after we grinded for 2.5, was really impressive. So I think the buy-in is 100% there. I think the work ethic from our girls has been amazing up until this point. And that's the product of, not the product, the result of winning that match was a product of the work that got put in that week.
We'll go second row on the left side to Alex and then back to TV row.
Yeah, I guess just first, what was the bus ride home from Austin like?
We stopped at Buc-ee's.
How much money did you spend?
Yeah, it was joyful. And it was a cool moment. And I got on. They were singing the war hymn when I got on the bus, and there was a lot of happiness. But again, I think there was a lot of, hey, what we're doing is the right thing. The way we're working is the right way. And I think there was a lot of that going on and a lot of smiles. And it wasn't like, hey, this was the be-all, end-all. It was, this is a cool step along the way.
Yeah, you mentioned don't let it be the end-all, be-all. What do you guys need to do to make a run this second half of conference play and maybe accomplish what you think this team's capable of?
Yeah. I was just thinking of that Texas match, and I think it's a product of three things for me. It's coaching, hard work, and grit. And when I took this job, I came in and they asked me what was going to make me different, and it was my ability to make improvement in people. And that's as a volleyball player, that's as a human being, and I think that's the most important thing, and I think it's undervalued in athletics these days. I think it's who can get the best recruiting class and all these things, and in reality, our job is to develop. And then it's this group's ability to work hard and buy into the things that we're talking about every single day and practice in the way that we're asking them and perform the skills of this game the way we're asking them. And then it's grittiness. And I think we talked a lot before that match, actually. We've just been talking about what it means to be a teammate. And then I think grittiness first starts with we care about each other. And when I make a mistake or when we make a mistake, we're not pointing fingers and trying to place blame. We're getting out of it. And when we lose a set, it's not pointing fingers. It's, hey, we love each other and we're going to find a way out of this thing. And this team has shown that day in and day out. And I think for me, I'm getting chills as I say it, it's continuing to do those things. It's our coaching staff coaching our athletes, developing them across the board. It's our players coming in, be willing to work every single day, Tuesday through Friday, depending on whenever it is. It's not, hey, the match is tomorrow. It's every single day is prepping us for getting better. And then it's continuing to be gritty. And I talked to them at the beginning of a pregame just about, I will take that over just about everything, of the ability to get back up when we're pushed down, of be able to be down 13-11 and come back and win that match. That is huge. And that's going to be what we continue to do from here on out.
We'll go back to TV row on the left side to Tyler.
Jamie, I know you've talked about her a lot, but just kind of what you see from Logan Lednicki and kind of the performance she was able to do against Texas.
Yeah. Again, I'll keep coming back to the same stuff I keep saying. It's less of the offensive stuff that gets celebrated and more of her ability to play the entire game. And then just her ability to want to be great right now. And we had, again, gave him 3 days off, and we had a short little practice this morning and kind of a prep for this afternoon. Just her ability to be dialed in for that 30 minutes and, I don't know, push herself on every single contact has been the thing that set her apart. And then I just think the confidence that, hey, we're going to come to you on this play, and her being like, I'm going to be fine getting this ball right now. Whether it be 24-24 or whether it be 0-0, she's kind of become the person that wants the ball in those moments. And she's grown a lot. And obviously the offensive side is there, but it's those other pieces that have impressed me the most.
And then you said earlier that this team is capable of making a kind of a deep postseason run. Was the way you played and what you did against, is that kind of evidence, I guess, of that?
I think 100%. And Texas is a really good volleyball team. And I talked to them beforehand. They're beatable. And for me, it wasn't a matter of if we were going to beat them one day. It was a matter of when. And we made that the night that we did it for the first time in a long time. But from here on out, it's, hey, can we improve from that? And then can we get to the point where we can beat another really good volleyball team at some point in that tournament? And then can you do it over and over again? That consistency piece is huge. And it's not just the matches, it's the practices of can you come in and grind every single day? And that's the step that we need to make right now. And I think we'll get there.
We'll go back to Ben on the right side of TV row.
How do you talk to your girls throughout the match where, it seemed like the 2 sets y'all won, even the fourth, y'all had the big lead, and then the second set pretty comfortably, and then, the first, third, and fifth coming down to the wire. How do you just talk to them through the frustration of maybe what feels like a baseball team that keeps loading the bases but never scores a run, and then, the other team just hits, that kind of aspect of it?
Yeah, I think there were a lot of talks that happened in that match. I think the first one was I believe in teaching through examples of myself. Like I'm a model of what things should be. And I thought I was hanging on to some decisions that I made in the first set and the second set. And I think at one of those breaks I admitted, like, hey, like I'm holding on to something from the past. I need to let it go. You guys need to let go anything that's happened. And I thought that freed us up to go on that huge run in the second. Of, hey, the first set, it doesn't matter. Like, and then there were some adjustments that we had to make throughout. They made some changes. We made some changes. I thought our passing, and there were so many, again, I go back to grit. There were so many opportunities for us to fold in that match. I thought there were some people that were struggling offensively that turned it on and had one of the best sets of their life in the fourth and fifth. And I thought our passing as a whole started to struggle a little bit in the third. And we had some talks, technique and mental stuff along those lines to make sure we turned all of those things around. And that's for me, the epitome of a good team is the ability to, within a match, and or maybe even within a point, turn your mindset around, turn your ability to play around. And we did that throughout. So a lot of the talks were just kind of pinpoint those little things and then just don't back down. We've talked about the team that we're going to be, and that's a team that's going to get in your face over and over and over again. And regardless of the logo that's on your shirt, the ranking that's before your name, we're gonna get on you. And reminded them of that constantly throughout the match, probably in some more colorful language, but something along those lines.